happening in real time. Welcome to Reverb's Quarantine Kitchen. This is episode 2, season 2. I think total episode count is 23 if you're keeping track at home. I'm Adam Gardner from the band Guster. I also co-founded the environmental nonprofit group REVERB. Normally we're out on tours, but obviously with the pause of music, we're not able to do our thing, which is making the tours green while engaging fans to take action for people on the planet. But since we're all at home and cooking more during these strange times, we figured we'd bring a little reverb to you into your own homes. I am waiting to see. Okay, good. We are live. Hello, Nikki Verbitsky. How are you doing? Good to see that it's happening. So anyway, for Reverb's Quarantine Kitchen, episode 2 of season 2. We started episode 1 of season 1 with Brian Rosenworcel from my band Guster. So why not start this next season of episodes with Ryan Miller from Guster? Ryan, why don't you come on and then we'll get this thing going.
I was holding my dog, but then he didn't want to be held anymore.
Hi, Ryan. How are you doing?
Get him in later. Sorry, Sammy. Didn't like that at all. How you doing?
Good. My dog's at my feet too, so maybe we can introduce them to each other. I don't think they've met yet.
No, they've not met. These dogs have not met.
You got your dog before COVID though, right? Mine's a COVID puppy. Yours is not.
No, we're like a year and a half in. Ooh, people are talking.
Yeah, people are talking. We're going to pay attention to that. If people
if
people have questions or anything like that, we'll do our best to answer them. But Ryan has the task of cooking a recipe while I pepper him with questions as we go. So we'll do our best to do all of this. So I don't know. I was actually going to do a whole introduction telling people about you, but it's so strange to do this with someone I know so well. I forget to do those things. Usually we have guests that I've never met before, which is really fun. But obviously you and I have been playing. For those who aren't commenting and know us as well as we know each other, Ryan is the lead singer of Guster. He and I have been playing in a band together for almost 30 fucking years. Can you believe that?
30 years in September, 29 and a half years.
Wow, that's insane. We met in 91 at Tufts. But I don't want to only talk about Guster because you've done a lot of other things too. You've scored movies and commercials, Safety Not Guaranteed, The Kings of Summer, In a World, The Fundamentals of Caring, The Last Summer, a bunch of movies. You did that. You wrote that Tiny Christmas Tree song. Was that a Target commercial? It
was Target. My wife loves Target. I regret nothing.
That song popped up on my Spotify thing the other day, and I was like, this is a good song. Good job, Ryan.
Thank you.
You also did Vermont's PBS. You did Making Friends with Ryan Miller on Vermont PBS. Is that still happening, or was that a done deal?
No, that was sort of done, and then I did the one called Bardo that was like a music one.
Yeah,
I kind of did what you're doing, but not remotely and not in a kitchen. So that kind of did that, and now PBS is merging with VPR. So I don't know what's happening.
Okay, but people can see that somewhere.
Yeah, that's all on the internet.
All right, go on the internet if you're not. Oh, you are on the internet here.
You are on the internet.
Stay on the internet and look at that. And then what's the other? There's a cool There's those awesome cartoon animated storytelling things that you did.
Oh, pretty good stories that I did with Dave Schneider. Did he do a quarantine kitchen?
Not yet. I probably should.
You probably should. You know we do it.
Does he cook?
Oh my God, he definitely cooks.
I want to talk about
better than me.
I want to talk about your cooking for a second because as far as before the pandemic, I was like, Ryan's the food guy. He's the one that likes to cook and gets all into it. And you're talking about sous vide and all these other little tricks and toys that you had at home. But I don't remember knowing you in college as a cook or even after college. Like when did the cooking thing kick in for you? It
wasn't until we moved to Brooklyn. And then I started reading Cooks Illustrated. And then I was like, you know what Cooks Illustrated is?
No.
Adam?
Nope.
I don't know why I have to address you as Adam. There's nobody else here. I could just say, do you know what it is? You're the only person here. It's basically it's like a very science nerd cooking thing. So they're like, we cook hamburgers 78 ways. This is the best way to cook it. And then we make lasagna, and it always takes 5 hours to make something. But then at the end, you're kind of know that it's if you follow the recipe, it's really good. You can't really screw it up. Right. So the chicken tikka masala was just it took 4 hours to make because you have to do a yogurt thing and then do the thing, but it was always good. And then that's how I started cooking. Was I got into Super Cooks Illustrated stuff because I knew it would be good.
Right.
And then also when we were in Brooklyn, it was this was all pre-kids, obviously. It'd be 2 hours to look through the cookbooks, 2 hours to go shopping, 3 hours to cook, 2 hours to eat, 2 hours to cook, and that would be like a whole day. So that's kind of where it all started. And then obviously we're in Brooklyn and I started eating my face off too. So it all kind of came together.
And what about during this whole pandemic and being at home all the time? Like, have you been cooking more? Have you been cooking less? You've been cooking, obviously now with kids, have you been cooking differently?
Nothing. It's like chicken nuggets, ramen. I mean, not really, but a little bit. I mean, we've done a very poor job of like all of us eating. My kids are 10 and 12 and my wife doesn't eat meat and, I don't eat vegetables. It's just like, sometimes there's like 4 things on the table at the end of the day. So I haven't been cooking as much. Although I did get an Instant Pot like a couple years ago and got obsessed with it for like 6 months, like most people.
You're over it already?
Yeah. Well, no, I do do that. I do it for all like roast pork or brisket or corned beef or something like that. Yeah, for like stewed meats.
All right. Well, you said you don't eat vegetables, but for this recipe that you're cooking for us, we've got, nice segue, right? We've got a plant-based meal here, thanks to Impossible Foods, who sent you apparently like 25 pounds of Impossible meats, which is awesome.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, they're frozen, so I'll be able to keep them.
Yeah.
And I legitimately like buy this stuff too. So, you know what I mean? It saved me a trip to the store for maybe 8 months.
Well, that was my question, was have you cooked with Impossible before? And,
and I was into it. And even before Impossible was a thing, I was like looking into like other, meat substitute things like ground, especially the ground stuff. Cause I don't know. I thought it was pretty good and I was into the idea of it. And I thought, and I wanted to eat less meat too. And, so yeah. And then you probably have your story too of our Impossible. Did you verify
that? We don't have to start that now. I want to get into the recipe. So
we got to do it.
We got to actually do something besides talk. Okay. You're going to make Impossible Taco Queso Dip, right?
I'm making taco queso dip recipe. Why did it say something on the internet about bananas?
Because the graphic, and I actually have a banana here because I'm going to eat because people are confused by that. The graphic that we used to promote this show was the one like of you like
I have a banana in the shot. Oh, okay.
And so people are like, well, bananas in queso, that doesn't sound like it's going to be good, but I'm going to eat a banana while you make queso.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. So, all right. My recipe, does anybody care?
Yeah. And the recipe is actually up online. If you go to reverb.org/quarantine-kitchen, it's there. There's probably a link in the feed. And if there isn't, there will be in a minute because we have Chris Spinato from our team answering questions and filling out the comments, unless he's suffering from a fever because he just got a second shot.
So this is Serious Eats, and one of the reasons I like this is because it was one of the dudes that worked at Cooks Illustrated. He's like the new guard of the Cooks Illustrated. He's like a super science guy. So usually the Serious Eats stuff is pretty consistent. So I feel, I was like, I've never made this before. And there's like a really kind of like deep Texas, like kind of ghetto Texas way to do it, but we're not doing that. Usually it's just Velveeta and Rotel and you put it in a pan, but that's not really the vibe today. So
no, it's not generally
we're going high. We're going like Impossible vegetable-based meats and organic everything, which I'm excited about.
That's awesome.
Okay, so should we start?
Let's do this.
Okay, so I don't know how to. I guess I could go down this way, but all right. I did a little bit of mise en place or whatever. It's like hear all this stuff.
Good.
Okay, so here's what the big. Okay, so Monterey Jack and cheddar cheese in a medium bowl and tossed with cornstarch. I did that.
Nice.
Okay, so you see that Monterey Jack, organic, Cabot, Vermont, local.
Good job, Ryan Miller. Way to go.
Okay, so oil in a medium saucepan over medium-high heat until shimmering. Okay, I can do this.
Oh, you love your stove too, don't you? That's another one.
I love the induction thing. All right, so
I think the induction stove is also more environmentally friendly. I think it uses less energy.
Tell me more, Adam.
I'm going to say I think because I don't know. I wonder if anyone in the comments knows.
No, it does. It actually does because you're not wasting any heat. It's all going through magnets into your thing. Okay, so medium-high heat until shimmering. Add onion and cook, stirring occasionally until softened and highly brown. That's 5 minutes. Jalapeno garlic. Okay, so I'm going to have to work hard to make this happen. So that's going to shimmer in a second. I didn't chop up my jalapeno. I'll do that. Okay, so now maybe you have to ask me questions. I don't know.
I can ask you questions, or if you don't want to be distracted, I can also talk about what a good job you did for finding local and organic ingredients. There's actually a resource for that. Oxfam is one of our partners, and they have an Oxfam Eat for Good resource. If you go to oxfamamerica.org/eat for good, you will find it there. I think I got that URL correctly. So anyway, I just wanted to stall a little bit. Yeah, oxfamamerica.org/eat for good. And they have all sorts of resources for you to eat more sustainably. Of course, impossiblefoods.com also has recipes for their products as well. So you can find more recipes there. And of course, here in the Quarantine Kitchen, this is recipe number 23.
I'm going to say that that's shimmering. So I'm supposed to do a 1/4 cup. I'm not really measuring, but that seems like a 1/4 cup.
Sure. I feel like you can get away with this stuff. All right, you mentioned Texas. I do want to talk a little about this. You grew up in Texas. Do you miss Texas food and cuisine, if that's even a place?
Yeah, there's Texas cuisine. It's like Tex-Mex is huge. And then there's like chicken fried steak and like garbage food like that. That's amazing that I love growing up. All right, so hold on. I just want to make sure. Medium high. Okay, I got to put this on 6. Until shimmering, onion and cook. All right, around browns. And then I'm moving jalapeno if cooked. Garlic, yep, that's done. Chili powder, chili powder, cumin, oregano, and cook. Okay, I got all those. Chili powder, cumin. Oh, who's this?
Is that your dog?
Yeah, that's my dog. Okay, or my son, or my dog. Okay.
We do have a question from the folks here in the comments.
Okay, cool.
V wants to know if there are going to be any more Guster food collaborations coming soon. So obviously, for those who aren't familiar with this, Ryan, through one of his friends, Vermont, we put out a Guster mustard, which was delicious. It's almost like a green pepper relish mustard. Anything else you got in the works with? What's your friend's name? I forgot. Bakery.
Claire.
Yeah.
Claire's awesome. Yeah, we're talking about stuff. We're talking about a bunch of things. I mean, it just has to be like, be organic, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean? It's like that came up because she's like, I just became friends with her, and she's like, have you ever made Guster? So like, we have to make Guster just because it was stupid. And then I was into hot sauce. What I'm trying to get her to do is this chili oil. Are you into this? Hold on, I'll show you what this is. Hold on.
I think I know what you're getting at, and the answer is yes. I am into it.
Chili onion crunch. This is the TJ's version, which I actually like. It's not as spicy as the other. I'm trying to get her to make a Guster version of this.
Yeah, you brought that to the studio the other week.
Oh, it's the best.
It's so good.
Okay, so
amazing. And then we also did a beer with Mass Landing here around.
Yeah, exactly, but that's because those are your friends.
That's kind of how it's been working with us, right? So
yeah, so it's like with your buddy, and it's cool. It's not like we're trying to build a food empire.
Yeah, it's also with the foods I love. Like I am a big coffee guy, and I would love to do a coffee of some sort.
You have friends that make coffee who are coffee roasters?
Yeah, working on that. I want to make friends who make coffee.
If anybody's out there, I think I have friends who are coffee people too. Okay, I'm just gonna add. Okay, it hasn't been 5 minutes, but okay, add in jalapeno, garlic. Okay, then I gotta do. Hold on. Chili powder. What is it? A tablespoon of chili. Oh, teaspoon of chili powder, cumin, and oregano. All right.
I love this. Is your first time making it?
Oh yeah. Why are other people not reading a recipe as they go?
Not necessarily. I mean, they are a little.
But I'm not. Oh no, I'm low on cumin. All right, that's gonna have to do. And then
cumin too. I love it. I love the cumin. I think that's a key spice for all of this.
A little extra thing. All right, there we go. So now this is gonna go. Ooh, that smells good.
All right, maybe we should get into things a little bit.
Okay, go.
If you're busy, I can ask you questions. I can also just get right into talking about Impossible a little bit and the.
Why don't you give whatever you want to do? You know.
Let's do this.
This would be good because, here we go. This is our time. We're about to add the Impossible. So maybe this is it.
Let's talk about it. All right. So I do want, this is our first episode with Impossible. They are actually going to be sponsoring this entire second season. So I want to say special thanks to them. It's a natural fit, of course, organic. because everything we've always been trying to do with this kitchen show is to give people sustainable recipes and resources for them to cook more sustainably at home. Because as individuals, the biggest thing we can do to fight climate change is change the way we eat, and certainly eliminating animal-based meats from our diets, or at least reducing them, is definitely the biggest thing we can do. So, Impossible makes that very easy with their plant-based meats that taste delicious. So I actually mean that. I'm not just saying that. So I am really excited that we're partnering with them this season, and I don't think you'll notice that you'll be missing any meats at all. Recipes we're making.
No, sir. There's my defrosted Impossible meats.
That's awesome.
Right. So I'm going to do it. I'm throwing it in. Jalapeno garlic, cook until fragrant, 30 seconds. Ground beef and cook. So guess what, peoples? There's dog hair in there. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ooh, it's just like meat. I wouldn't even know the difference. In fact, it is meat, right, Adam?
It is plant-based meat. That's what we call it. It's my son, who's like very particular. This is a key ingredient for him, and sometimes he's still, because it's so convincing. He's like, this isn't animal, right? I was like, it's not animal. Like this camera work, kind of. There it is.
It's my computer.
I know. I'm just giving you out.
I know, but I don't know how to do this. It's very complicated. So I just want you to see what it's going. It looks like meat.
So you're browning, obviously brown it just like regular, or just like animal-based meat.
I'm turning it down a little bit. Okay, go ahead.
I want to talk about, so you're all vaxxed up, right? Like you are.
Oh yeah, I'm fully done.
So I am not there yet. I'm in between shot 1 and 2. Like what for you, like what's changed? Like have you, besides your attitude, like has daily life looked different yet for you?
Oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah, I went to New York as soon as I got it. It was incredible. Wait, hold on. Stirring salsa. I have to have salsa? Oh boy. Reduce heat to medium and simmer. Hold on, I got my salsa. Okay. I hope this is good. I haven't had this salsa in a while. This may not be organic.
That's the Trader Joe's.
Sorry. It's Trader Joe's, though. They're good, right? Do we like Trader Joe's?
They make good things.
But are they good for the earth?
I don't know exactly. It depends on the product, I believe.
Okay. There's probably organic salsa. Oh, look, it's organic. It says organic salsa.
There's definitely organic salsa out there.
Okay, so hold on. Yeah, it was amazing. I feel incredible.
That's
like, it's so fun to see people. And then the CDC guidelines came out and said that if you're vaxxed up, you can go be outside without a mask and you can go do stuff.
No, that's amazing. I was like, it's pretty soon we're gonna have to change the name of this show because we won't be in quarantine.
It'll be like remote, like kitchen from the future.
Kitchen from the future. Kitchen on the other side of quarantine. I mean, speaking of the future, it seems like live music is slowly dipping its toe back into existence. I know, without making any big announcements here to our fans, we are making plans for touring at some point in the future. What do you like? This is a question I would never ask you unless we're on a show. But like, what are you most looking forward to when we get back on the road? Like, what do you miss most about touring? I.e., what are you most excited about getting back into?
Well, it's kind of all of it. I mean, I've been touring for 30 years with you, and I like it. I like all of it. I like traveling. I like exploring things. I like meeting people. I like performing. I like playing songs. I like making people happy. I like my road family. You know what I mean? I like seeing other things other than my house and my kids' school.
Yeah.
All right, wait, hold on. So simmering for 5 minutes. Simmering to medium. Okay. Oh shoot! I forgot I have evaporated milk. You know what evaporated milk is, by the way?
It's evaporated milk, I believe.
They just take milk and what? Take some of the stuff out?
I believe I don't know the difference between evaporated milk and, is it dehydrated or not? No, I don't.
No, and look. Organic.
Nice job.
Thank you. 5 ounces. I don't know what evaporated milk is, but I got to go 5 ounces of this.
No, that's not evaporated. If it was evaporated, you think you would open the can or just go?
But it says evaporated.
I know. I'm just.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait. Hold on. I think I'm skipping a step already. I'm already getting behind. Hold on. Stirring salsa. Okay. stirring salsa. How much salsa do I supposed to do? A quarter cup.
You have to eat this no matter how it turns out, Ryan. Even if the salsa you're pouring in is way past
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I do. Okay. Ooh, this looks good, actually. This is awesome.
I think for me, the thing that I think about that I miss the most when I think about like our tour and our touring party, besides the, of course, the playing, the performing, and the interaction with the fans and all that, it's kind of two things. It's our coffee club in the morning. Like that's just like grown men don't, and grown adults don't have like pajama parties, and we get to have one every day on tour. We wake up and we all kind of roll out of our bunks and have breakfast, and I love that part of touring. I think it's a unique thing that we get to do that is not normal at all.
Yeah. I mean, do you have coffee club with your bros in Maine?
I mean, not these days, not yet. And I guess outside of that, not the same way. I mean, it's not like
you're not in your underwear
and in your PJs. Like it's totally different. I remember that, when Dan was like, it was a new tour manager for us. And then like a week or two in, when he felt comfortable, he's like, "You guys are an underwear band, huh?" And we're like, "What?" "What do you mean? We hang out in underwear in the morning because we roll out, like that's where we sleep in. What do you mean? Doesn't everyone do that?" He's like, "No."
Not every band is an underwear band.
No,
okay.
Turns out.
Right. Stuff is burning on the bottom of my pan, so I'm really hoping this evaporated milk, which is roughly 5 ounces, is going to do us up. Okay, here we go. I think I'm doing this in right order.
All right,
hold on. Stir in. Okay, I think I did the salsa. Reduce heat to medium. Okay, stir in evaporated milk, scraping bottom of the pan to release any foam and bring to a boil. Oh boy, that sounds scary. All right, now I got to scrape it up.
This is entertaining in that I think everyone's rooting for you for this to actually succeed. It's not a given right now. It's a question mark.
I'm scraping up the foam. Wait, I have to boil it. All right, it's boiling. Great. I want to scrape because that's where all the flavor is. Everybody Nothing Cooks Illustrated.
It's turning into like a different type of show. I feel like it's like a game show. It's like, will he do it? Will he be able to wait, let me ask you a few more questions. What's your favorite restaurant that you've eaten in on tour?
Nice Bolognese. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, that's not a restaurant. Wait.
That's a good bar. They have food.
Hold on. Scraping low, add in cheese. Oh, okay, reduce heat to low. Okay, I think we need to get, is my wife in here?
You need some help.
I need a camera lady, I think.
You're phoning a friend.
Can you be a camera lady or a camera friend while I stir in the cheese, babe?
Hi, Angela.
All right, hold on.
Hi.
I can't see him. That's the thing. Okay.
I think if you tilt the camera down a little bit, we can see what you're doing.
Okay, yeah, now you want to see this. Okay, come do this.
There we go. Now we're doing it.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so here's what we're looking at. It looks good so far.
That looks great.
Okay, and I got all the fond up. Now it says to go to low and stir in the cheese. Oh, this is going to be good.
You need to be on the other side of you, really.
Okay, go the other side. How is this going to...
How's it all gonna be?
You got to go higher, right, babe? You have higher? There you go. You got to get in there. Like, ooh.
It's great. You're doing it. We can see perfectly. This is looking good.
Okay.
So you're just mixing that in and letting it melt.
Yeah.
Sounds like hard work.
Yeah. It's the most exercise he's gotten during the pandemic.
I bought a mountain bike today.
You did? How did you even get a mountain bike? I feel like they're all sold out everywhere.
It is. For my friend, it's used, and I'm not sure if it's going to work. But, okay. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. You got to stay on there. Like, make this. This doesn't look like it's very cheesy, though. There's not a lot. This is. I don't know if it's going to work. Wait, I feel like I missed something. This doesn't look like his. This does not. Hold on. I think if you. Wait a second. Hold on. I might have skipped a step. Did I skip a step? I'm looking at my step.
Did you get your measurements
It's
right?
a disaster. Oh my god. This is a disaster.
It's like a taco filling.
What is
It
this?
looks like it's going to taste delicious.
I wonder what I did. I mean,
Is it melting yet? Maybe it just needs to.
look at it.
Wait, sour cream.
Oh, sour cream. How much sour cream am I supposed to put in there? That's right. How much sour cream? Wait, that was my problem. Stirring sour cream.
Yeah.
How much sour cream? Oh, I haven't skipped a step.
Quarter cup.
Only a quarter cup will put in one. Hey, thanks. Hold on.
I love this. This is great. This is my favorite recipe so far as the will he do it ?
All right, we gotta really let's go.
Oh, eyeballing, huh?
Yeah, because it's like,
Very cavalier. I'm into it.
okay.
You got a lot of swagger.
Ooh, I don't think that's gonna help me much. It still doesn't look yellow.
You used white cheese.
Wait, and lemon? What else was the thing? It said lemon zest or lime, or cilantro. This looks horrible. I would never bring this to a party. Look at it; it's brown.
You got to call it something else. We got to rebrand this.
All right, hold on. Let me open up my organic chips.
Nice job on the organic.
All right, let's see how it tastes.
If you weren't in emergency mode, I wanted to talk about music a little bit.
That's pretty good.
All right, so don't judge a book by its cover.
I think it needs some more. I'm just gonna put more sour cream in. Okay.
Did you get your ratio right with cheese? Like you have your
Put in
measurements?
so much cheese. I wonder. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Definitely didn't do it right.
Well, if anyone's going to cook this recipe, either if they're doing it right now or if they're going to later, please submit your photos on we can do it on Reverb's Instagram. Just how yours turned out. That looks good. Yours is
not. But it's not.
Well, it's not yellow. Well, you didn't use yellow cheese. You used white cheddar, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did use I used a Monterey Jack and a sharp cheddar, but it wasn't yellow.
Right. No, because you didn't use Velveeta. You're used to Velveeta, my friend.
I am used to Velveeta. This is a really ugly color. That's good though. That's good.
You just skipped right to eating it. That was supposed to be our big vicarious bite
Well,
moment.
I mean, as a chef, you have to taste as you go.
I see. Okay, that's what we're doing. All right, we're not doing the vicarious.
Yeah. It's really gross, but it tastes good.
Good.
And I need some salt. Okay, we need some salt.
Did you do the peppers?
Mm-hmm.
You chopped up jalapenos.
A little bit of jalapeno.
Nice.
Okay. You want to talk about music? Oh, I want to make a margarita.
Let's do. All right, so let's do this. Let's make a margarita. That'll just stay there, and hopefully you'll keep the heat on there so it doesn't coagulate.
It's so gross looking. Oh my god!
Look, if it tastes good, it doesn't look gross. I think you're just expecting that Velveeta color, which is not. That's not even. I don't even know if Velveeta counts as cheese.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't even tell it's not ground beef.
There you go.
We have to have people over so they can eat this, because we're not going to be able to eat all this tonight. Okay.
We also aren't able to have people over.
I want to talk about music a little bit. I mean, obviously, there's only so much we can share with our Guster fans, but we have been making it. We've been writing it. We've been recording it. We're actually pretty well on our way. He's running away. Oh, you're getting your ice.
Hey, ice, hold on.
You want to make a margarita? We're going full Tex-Mex here.
Okay.
I want to talk a little bit about, or at least share. I don't know if it's talking about because I know I was there, but I want to share with folks. Our writing process was different this time. I mean, we were lucky that we had a lot of songs already kind of mostly written, but it was hard, right? Like we tried. I think we only once really did a Zoom writing session together.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
It actually worked.
You liked it the best.
I like that. I actually never admitted this to anyone, but I got a little teary after we got off that Zoom. I was like, oh my God, we progressed with the writing, from socially distanced place. I was like, God, that felt good to do.
Have you listened to anything we did yet?
Yes. You're talking about the most recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it sounds great.
It's good.
It's really good.
It's really good. There's good songs in there.
Yeah. So to catch up, we worked with Josh Kaufman, who has a studio with his buddy Dan in Woodstock, New York. And we it was very strange. This is not our normal process. Not that we ever have a very specific process, but this is definitely different than others in the past where
usually we get in a room and we write music together, and then we go to another room and we all record music together.
Yes, that's the part that happened. Although we did mostly, it was very tricky with Luke not being there for most of the days of recording.
Yeah.
But at least with I think the hardest part was trying to finish the songs and writing them. But it was great. I thought, we had to get through the fear of like, okay, how do we get together in a room? And I guess the first time, especially, that was tricky. Where like, okay, I guess we'll all just get tested. And I just remember, for me, that first week of us being in the room together and be like, oh my God, I can sit on a couch next to you and not wear a mask because we're all bubbled up for the week. It felt so great and different and weird.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the only normal thing that I did in the first 13 months, basically, but yeah, I'm really excited about what we did, and the songs are really great. And I haven't really I just today for the first time started listening to them, and I was like, whoa, these are good. Like, I think our fans are gonna like these. Like, they're very emotional. Like, the lyrics are very real and stuff, and the production's kind of not like our last record, but also really, I don't know. Yeah, I can't wait to do stuff. I
was hoping you'd dig into trying to describe what this sounds like.
I know. I was trying to think about it today, but it definitely all fits together. Even some of the outliers fit in with the thing. I didn't even do this, so I just went ahead and made it.
Oh, you did?
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to run out of time because I wanted to make one.
You want to keep it cut? Yeah, that's cool.
All I did was put.
Here, I got a little bar here. If you can do
okay.
it.
Oh, look at you. Okay. I did 1.5 ounces of tequila and 1 ounce of triple sec. I don't even know what triple sec is. And a 3/4 ounce of lime. And I'm putting it in my, this is called a cobbler. I also got into making cocktails over this.
Nice. All right. So 1.5 ounces. I'm assuming that's a 1.5 shots of tequila. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, 1.5 shots.
Yep.
Then do 1 shot of what do you got? Orange liqueur or something?
Yeah, it's Patron Citron.
Okay. Do that.
Yep.
Where's my glass? And then
Ice.
Do you have lime?
I do.
Yeah, squeeze a lime in there.
Okay. Then how much ice do you add?
Well, you put almost like a pint glass worth of stuff in that cobbler. No, you gotta shake it. Where's your put it all in there.
I've got ice in there. That's almost
not all the way to the top, like halfway maybe.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Okay, now put all those things, they're all in there.
Yep, and just shake
Put the top in, make sure the other top is. You're supposed to be 45 seconds vigorous. Yep.
All right.
A little bit more. Okay.
I've never used this thing before in my life, by the way.
Take off the tippy top.
Yeah. Pour it there.
Yeah, just upside down. I'll go.
I didn't get any salt.
Oh yeah, if you want salt, I'm putting this is a fancy thing that real cocktail people, because I bought a book about cocktails too. And you do the big ice.
Ooh,
ice is really important.
That's nice. I don't have that.
And you have one of these.
Cheers, Ryan Miller.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, everybody who's watching.
All right, so I wanted to eat. Can I eat my queso now? Oh, it looks like it's here.
So we usually end every episode with the vicarious bite. So we want a nice. I don't know if you're gonna need Angela. If you might risk dripping queso all over your computer keyboard, but
well, it's really gummy. It's very gummy. I think I could do it upside down. Look, it's pretty good though.
Did you take it off the heat? Maybe it coagulated.
I'll go off the heat.
Oh, that's why.
But it's pretty good. Oops. Got one on my mouth pad.
So you would recommend this recipe to people because we put it online for people to do.
I think I would recommend it. I think I did something wrong too. But I think it's good because hold on. Let me get you a nice bowl. Let me get you a nice bowl shot. Hold on,
right.
everybody.
We'll wait for it.
Okay. Ooh. All right. It's a little brown and gummy, but it is tasty.
Off the heat.
Oh, and then I forgot the cilantro too. All right.
Oh man. All right. So we recommend the recipe. We recommend you do it not under stress.
Oh yeah. Wait, but that was okay. I wasn't that stressed except for that one little bit where I forgot the thing, and Angela was like, "Oh, you forgot a whole thing." Hold on, let me do some cilantro. Hold on, and it'll be good. And this is gonna be good. It tastes good. I'm not sad. I'm gonna eat it for dinner.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, hold on. So here's the little queso bowl.
Oh, it's great.
It's a little brown.
Well, could you use what? I wonder.
I think I should have used yellow cheese and not white cheese.
Yeah. And there's yellow cheddar that you can get that's not.
I don't know, but I like the extra sharp.
Me too.
That's not super yellow. Ooh, this is good.
I think you have to let go of the yellow color.
I gotta say, for real though, like I couldn't taste the difference between ground beef and this at all.
That's great.
It was really good. A good texture. Oh yeah, you can't tell the diff.
You're not just saying that because you got 25 pounds of Impossible meat.
I mean, I would say like 4% of me is like that, but I legitimately couldn't tell the difference. Like if you put it in front of you, and it tastes really good.
That's awesome. Well, special thanks to Impossible Foods, Oxfam, Martin Guitars, Relics, WCLZ, the State Theater, Defend Our Future, and everyone who's partnering with our show and with Reverb. Thanks to everyone who's watching now and will be watching soon. Ryan's going to do queso tricks for you. Oh my God, that is not going to end well. If you've just tuned in or you want to go back and watch from the beginning, this is all online at reverb.org/quarantine kitchen. It's also on our Facebook page, which most of you are probably on now. And thank you to Ryan Miller for doing this. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Thanks for inviting me.
Looking forward to doing music together.
Well, drink my margarita in your honor.
Yeah, actually, this is very good. Thank you. And now I know how to do this.
You should do it. You should get the cocktail book I got was a Death and Company, and that's a cool like cocktail lounge, and it kind of tells you like it's a little bit of history and recipes and their cool things. It's super fancy. It's like the Cook's Illustrated of cocktail books. I just sit around and read it, and I learn a lot.
That's awesome. I'll
do
that.
The cocktails.
I like cocktails.
Yeah, bring it on. I just can't drink on the road. All right. Well, thanks for everybody who was watching. I hope forgot people were watching. I hope that was entertaining on some level.
Oh, it was. It was. It delivered.
You did great. You did great.
Cool. Right. Thanks, everybody. Stay tuned for our next episode of Quarantine Kitchen. If you're new to this whole thing, we've got 22 other episodes all online. Check them all out from all sorts of.
Hold on. I'll show you my dog.
Oh, let's have our dogs meet. That would be awesome. Bernie, come here, buddy. Look. Maybe we can just make this part of it.
I had it. Hold on. Come here. Treat. Treat. He's so cute.
I don't think he understands 2 dimensions at all.
Oh boy.
Oh, he started to growl a little bit. He did recognize. He did see a dog. Bernie, he's hi, Bernie.
Doggies. Okay.
I haven't looked at myself in a while. Wait, one little funny story, and then we'll go. With Reverb, I end up talking to a lot of managers about everything that's going, especially as tours are starting to come back and talking to them. And this one manager, now it's all on Zoom instead of on phone calls. And this one manager just stopped in the middle of me, like trying to pitch, hey, here's what we can do for your tour to make it more sustainable and all that stuff. And he just goes, man, you're putting off a serious Charlie Sheen vibe right now.
Wait, what manager is that? I love him or her.
It's a manager named Prophet.
That's amazing. That's what you want to be in business with.
It was amazing. I was like, oh gosh, maybe I need different glasses.
That's because you don't age because you're a vampire.
Amazing. All right. Well, enjoy your queso. Enjoy your evening.
Very good. I would recommend it.
Awesome. I'm going to try that for sure. Oh God, stop doing that. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.